Hi, how are you? This is Jilly Bling. I have a project using Joy of Noel bundle. So here's the project. Isn't that pretty? And here's the bundle. So it comes with the stamp set and dies. And those are the only dies that we'll be using today. So you ready to get started? Not that many papers. Usually the other ones, so this is project number 3. I've done project number 1 and number 2. This is project number 1. Beautiful. And project number 2. And this is a gift card holder. And these are Avid cards. Avid as in the opposite of simple. They're a little bit over the top. And if you get this bundle through me using the host code within a week, I would love to send you these card kits for free as a thank you gift. So this is number 3. This paper is for the Joyous that will stamp using Versamark ink. Let's just start with that. That paper's on top. And white embossing powder. So let's get that stamped, and then we'll start building the card. White embossing powder. This is my little spoon I got from Norway, but I think that the wood it's made from, I probably should have looked it up. I think it has oils in it because all the powder sticks to that, unlike any spoon I've ever seen before. But it's really cute. It's really special. So just keep using it. Okay, let's heat this. I have my little tools here from the embossing toolkit. I'm so happy I got that. It comes with this little brush. So I will cut this out. Fortunately, there's not a die for this, but it doesn't take too long. And if you have on your black paper any little dots like that, if they still show up after you trim it, we'll take a black Sharpie and just touch the dots, and it'll look like they're gone. We'll just color the dots black, which is very convenient when you're using black paper. Joyous. So as I was cutting out the sample, Joyous, I was like, that word is Joe, use. Joe, J-O, and then right here, use. I'm like, wow. Not that that really means anything, but just, you know, it's funny sometimes words. I think the word joyous is a little bit more appropriate. But if any of you watching this video, if we see each other and you say, Joe, use, I'm going to know what you mean. Joe, joy, joyous. Okay. Yep, we'll need black Sharpie just a little bit. Black Sharpie, right, just a little. Okay, that is done. So on here is where I'm going to stamp, and I have my little note of what to stamp, but I could count it. So it's going to be 2 of this branch, 3 of the holly berries, and on the inside, okay, what I did here was I stamped things and then I made masks, and after I had the masks on here, I did the blending brush. I'm like, I should have just cut them out. There's dies for everything. So let's try that this time. I think it's going to be much, much easier. Okay, so 2 boughs, 5 berries, 3 holly. So that is this one. Two of these. And I'm using my foam pad just because this is a polymer stamp set and it works much better with the foam pad. Okay, and 2 of this one, and that's only because I know that there's 2 dies of this shape. It has 1, 2, and then the end is 3 points, where the other one, it's a little bit of a more fancy holly. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And then 5 berries. And there's dies for everything. Uh-oh, am I running out of room? I need 5. 1, 2, 3. 4. There's a will, you know. 5. Okay. Good. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out with these dies. So there is this one, this one, berries 5 times, little holly, yeah, the masks, and that was such a pain in the behind to cut them out. Just saying. Okay, so I'm going to cut that out. I have them here on my box that I keep my blending brush in. So 5, 1, 3, and 1 more to color. So this project, I'm using just a little bit different colors. On this one, they're just minorly different. So on this one I used poppy for the berries, peacock for the leaves, apple for the holly, and balmy light for the white berries. And on the inside, I did a whoops. I colored my holly peacock. But if I didn't tell you, maybe you wouldn't have noticed. Okay, and then this is, like when you look at all the pieces, yes, the holly is a little bit brighter. And this might be a little bit pinker. That's a little bit more green, where this is a little bit more blue. But just for a change. So today we're going to use sorbet, spruce, parakeet, and pool. Okay, we'll just start with the first one is sorbet. Well, those are done. The berries are done. So let's start with the holly. And you know, I'm not really going to take time to blend because the the little bit that I'm coloring is so small that blending wouldn't be seen, and it probably would make the color kind of weep outside the lines. So this is really easy coloring. At first I was thinking, should I just have it all done? And then whenever I do that, somebody always says, I wish you would have shown just a little coloring. So here's just a little coloring. I love these colors. Actually, I love this card, and I'm wondering, I was thinking, why is it that it's like I'm drawn to it? And I think I figured it out. So yeah, it's a pretty card. I'm going to try to do something a little different with the layout. But I think that I keep looking over at it because, okay, we all have our electronic devices, right? And when you look over, and if your screen is like a bright color or a blue color, doesn't that mean something is incoming? I'm not saying if it's good or bad, but just a notification. And so it takes your attention. So I'm wondering if that's what my draw is. Not that my screen lights up blue, but I was trying to figure it out, and that's what I figure. I don't know. Okay, so this is Spruce Light. And I'm going to color the whole thing light, and then I'm just going to do a stripe right down the middle for the vein of the leaf and consider it done. No blending required. It is pouring like crazy outside. It's been on and off where, a little bit, and then, oh yeah, here comes the rain. And then there's like a little glimpse of sunshine, and then it comes in again, and right now is pouring. It's going to really fill up the lake, all the lakes, all the rivers. They've been letting a lot of water out of the reservoir for the salmon. And the upper one, it just looks like a plain, a flat plain with a little creek trickle running through it. It's like, that's supposed to be a reservoir. But they're doing it, I guess it's a state mandate that they take care of these fish. I know that there's all kinds of studies that go behind their decisions. Isn't this looking pretty? Are you ready for Christmas? Are you ready for mailing out your holiday cards? As someone who makes cards, you would think, well, okay, I do have a lot of cards that I've made, and I have them in tubs, but you would think that, oh, Christmas, you are ready, like years ago you're ready. But I'm not. Christmas and fall cards, maybe I'm busy doing other things, but it's like I have 20. But I know a lot of people have been saying, come on, let's do more Christmas. Here it is. Oh my gosh, it's really coming down. If I be quiet, I wonder if you can hear it. It's on the skylight. That's what makes so much noise. It's very green out there. Okay, just a little bit of pool party on these berries. And if you want, you could do these berries red too. But many times I see like the white berries, and they're so pretty. So this has both. Okay, we are done coloring. So it's time to build this card. Are you ready to do the blending brush? Okay, get these out of the way. I got all dirty doing blending brush earlier. It was worth it though. Okay, all that rain is almost distracting. Wow. Okay, we're going to do it on here. But in the meantime, let's fold. This is Balmy Blue. And I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog, which is jillybling.com. As soon as I get all 3 projects done, I'll start working on the blog post, and everything will be there, including photos, close-up photos, probably more photos than you need. Okay, let's do the blending brush. And when you do the blending brush, you need it a little bit bigger than you might think. Oh, should we try turning it? Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. So, starry sky. So, when you do blending brush, a lot of times people worry about when you touch down, it leaves a blob. But because we're going to put so much over it, hold on. So when you touch down, if you have a blob or a heavy touchdown spot, it's okay because we'll be covering it up. Like that doesn't look good. If you keep going, and when there's less ink on the blending brush is when you get those soft edges. Don't really like that, but so I probably could re-ink it, but I know that this is the point when it's really soft. So you're thinking, that's big. You need it to be that big? Kind of. That might be bigger than this one. Maybe a little bit more over here. Okay. You know, I should do the inside too while we have it out. Okay, we're going to do it the different angle. So it's going to be like right over here. So I'll put the holly and berries in a little stamp. Okay, I was about to go into the ink, but let's see what's left on here. Okay, can you hear that? Oh my gosh. Okay. Should I go across the whole thing? Maybe a little over here. Good enough. We can always add more. Okay, so this is the inside. Going this way. This is the top. So let's get to building this thing. So first we need the ribbon. And the ribbon, the tape, I was trying to do it earlier. Oh, it's working this time. It seemed like it was saying that my Stampin' Seal was saying, I don't want to stick to something you freshly inked. I'm not going for that. But it behaved. Ribbon. This is online exclusive, natural finish ribbon. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And doesn't it go well with crumb cake? Okay, so I'll put it here. And at this point, so I put adhesive in the middle. I know it's going to be covered. And I'm thinking about where do I want the ribbon to end. And I'll say right there. And I'm just looking at this area right. I kind of messed up my end. I should trim it. I frayed it, pulling it. Ribbon scissors from years gone by. Okay, so I want it to end right there. That's all I'm worried about. And now I'll fold it over. And I want this to be right here. I'm looking at this here. Okay. Then I want this part to be here. And that goes there. And then I'll just trim it. So doing the ziggle-zaggle, it doesn't have to be hard. Just do it one step at a time. Where do you want it to fold? Where do you want it to end? That's all that's to it. Okay. And That adhesive to hold this down probably isn't enough, so I'm going to take 4 glue dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just tuck them under the ribbon. See how this is kind of fluffy here? I like that texture, so I'm not going to put a glue dot here and cinch it down. I'll put a glue dot underneath so the ribbon can remain a little fluffy, but at least I'm locking it into place. 1, 2, because you could see that lump, but it'll be covered. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And let's look at these pieces. That will be in the middle. 3 holly. These are for the inside. Here's my little, those are berries. 2 berries, 3 holly. For the outside, 3 berries, and these. So I think I want to do it a little different. This, I'm not sure. I don't know. See, now I'm doing it the same. Maybe they can, okay, how about something like that? I should just go with it. I'm just going to go with it. Okay. Dimensionals. And hoping not to disturb the layout. Oh, you know, before I do this, hold on. I want to do that little stamp. Don't you love this little stamp? That's this one. So that's about how I want it. But I have to scooch it just to do the stamping. Starry sky. So where should I do it? How about 1, 2, 'I could scooch it over a little. And then I'll do 1 right up through here. My paper is probably saying, do you really need to fold me like that? 1, 2. Maybe I'll do 2 of them right down in here. I just scooch it over. 1. Ooh, look at all that ink on there. Okay, I'm going to do this on the inside, and all that ink on there, that's a disaster waiting to happen. All cleaned up. Okay, now we can stick them down. Okay, what was the plan? I could probably tell by this one here, that one there. Okay. I'll put a dimensional on the ribbon. Hopefully it'll be okay. Hopefully it doesn't mind. And maybe 1 right here. Is that what I had? I don't know. It's a whole bunch of pretties, so it's hard to go wrong. Okay, I think that's 3 dimensionals on each of them. So now this is going to go right in the middle. Oh yeah, that one looks a lot different. That's kind of artsy. Huh. Huh. Okay, And then these three. Okay, just gonna go with it. Because I could overthink this to death. Not gonna do it. Because that's what I did with the other one. I kept changing, trading, moving stuff around. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna drive myself crazy. Oh, and then we have to put a little bling on it. Okay, and then Joyous is going to go here. Planned on putting it on with dimensionals, but yeah, it'll be better with dimensionals. So I think Minnie. Joyous. Okay. And should I put a dimensional under there or just leave it kind of flopping? Let's put on some loose silver sequins. So I'll do, it's supposed to be odd numbers. So how about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I love these sequins because they sparkle, they shine, but then they kind of disappear into nothing. What is that in there? Huh. So a little bit of dip into the glue that will hold when I go to pick up the sequin. It'll hold it. So far I've just grabbed medium. I need a big one. How about right there? And a little one. And the white glue, that will dry clear. And then they'll just sparkle. I thought I had a double there. So I need one more. How about a big one? Okay, here's another medium. Oop, I see a big one. Okay, we're sparkled up. So time for the inside. Hopefully this is much easier. I'll let that dry just a little bit. Pretty, pretty. And then I'll put it on. Okay, so inside. No words. So you can write whatever you want. Yeah, this is easier. Oh, I had to do this thing. Let's do that first. Since it's going to run off the paper and I don't want to stamp on my pad, because I bet you I'll put something white on here, do a whoops, and then I'll flip it over and I'll have the stamped on there. So, paper. Okay, Starry Sky. Now these, yeah, this is much easier. Cutting out those masks, oh my gosh. There, 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 there. And a little bit of holly to make kind of a branch. Okay, that's just like a guesstimate. This one isn't going to have any branches on it. This one can go on. Okay. This one's a little taller. Right about here. And I know I just got some glue on the back of, from the holly. I got it onto the berry, so just fold it over. Oh, you know I should have done that little stamp first. This little blue one. I had to be really careful. I should do it now, before I put more stuff on. Oh, this is scary. Good. This one goes right about here. And then this one can go right over here. But this goes, oh yeah, that looks good. I could make this cut a little bit more so you could see more of the starry sky, whatever that thing is. Is it worth it? I don't know. Okay, just like that. Okay. And one more holly. Right about there. I think we're almost done. You know those little sequins? I'm so tempted to put some on the inside because they're flat. Ah, I got this out. Use liquid glue. Isn't that just pretty? It's so bright. It's so crisp and refreshing. Christmas, usually I think of like regal colors. Something about it. Oh, I like blue. Hope you guys don't get tired of me using blue. I always use blue. I always gravitate toward it. Okay, that's done. Yeah, the bright holly is kind of fun. That's a little more traditional. Nothing. Okay, watch this. Magic. Wow. Which do you like better? I think I'm liking this one better. I like them both. So, dimensionals, and then we're set. Let me know if you have any questions about getting your free card kits. I'd be happy to answer. Okay, there it is. 2 cards. Same but different. Okay, have a great day.